Now, as a real estate investor, I don't buy properties. I buy the numbers. This is for you. This goes out to one of the best property managers. Ain't no one else out there that can hang with you. You got these apartments on lock. Your hustle don't quit and your game don't stop. I know you're sick of me not paying the rent. Got my check next thing you know my money's spent. But I know I got a reckon, and I'll have your money on the 22nd. If you're buying a property solely for an investment, you need to consider how much time are you spending finding the right deal, doing the renovations, and picking the right tenant. Investors, these are the questions you need to ask. All right, watch this. Get a pen and paper, write it down. How much money are you making every month in cash flow? Number two, how much of the mortgage are you paying down every single month? Okay. Number three, what's going to be your total expected return at the end of the day? And how does that compare to other investments you could be making, right? Investments toward GameStop, AMC, or even Dogecoin. If you're buying a house for yourself, you need to answer these questions, okay? First it was the investors, now it's the homeowners. How long will you be living there for? Okay. Number two, have you considered your transaction costs like commissions, escrow charges, lender origination fees, appraisal charges, and so on? Do you know how much it could cost to rent a comparable home? Instead, how much money would you be tying up in a down payment, and how much money would that be making you invested in another vehicle? Now I'm going to take a leap here and say that almost everybody who regrets their home purchase, which is about 44 out of 100 adults, didn't do the math ahead of time to make sure that buying was really in their best interest. And even though there are a lot of situations out there where buying certainly makes a lot of financial sense, that does not mean that it's always the best move for everybody. That's why I highly recommend that everyone consider the opportunity cost of their down payment, recognize the true cost of owning a home versus renting, and make sure you're prepared to comfortably come up with the down payment. All right. If the numbers make sense, then absolutely go for it. But otherwise, it might be best, okay, wise for you to hold off. Now, number two, if you only budgeted for the mortgage, I want you to do yourself a favor and slap yourself right now. All right? Just kidding. Second, listen, you should not buy a home if you've only budgeted for your mortgage payment. Okay, that would be a huge mistake. I see people helping others decide whether or not they should buy a home. And what it usually begins with is comparing the cost of renting a home versus the mortgage payment to buying something similar instead, right? That kind of math just makes it seem like renting is throwing away money, right? And maybe it is, but as many homeowners will tell you, the mortgage payment only makes up a very small portion of how much that home will actually cost you. This is how much you're really looking at. Okay, go to any mortgage calculator, type in the cost of the home, plug in the down payment type, enter that interest rate, and instantly you'll come up with your monthly cost. Then if you want to take it a step further, you could break down how much your payment is going towards home equity and how much is going toward interest, and that way you'll be able to come up with your true out-of-pocket costs every month. Then after that, you have your property taxes, okay? This varies throughout the United States, but it could range anywhere from 0.4% all the way up to 2% annually of the home assessed value. That means, right, watch this, I'm going to give you an example. In a $400,000 home, assuming a 1% property tax rate, you're going to be paying $4,000 a year in property taxes that you're not getting back every single year you own the home. Third, you also have to pay insurance again. Now, this one depends on where